nationally televised stage. For information and tickets, visit CoachGolfChampionship.com.
All right, 21 minutes after 9 o'clock, and thank you for tuning in this Monday. I don't know if you've read a good book lately, but I got one to recommend to you, at least from what I know about it. And I just inadvertently called our guest Dr. Pepper. It's a first. I didn't mean anything by it. I'm sure she gets this all the time. Her name is Dr. Pepper O'Neill. So Dr. O'Neill is what I should have said to her. She has written a book. It's called Dead Men Don't, and I was just reading a little bit about it in the material that was sent to us so that I would know what we were talking about. And it definitely sounds like the kind of book I would be reading. So good morning, Dr. Pepper O'Neill. Good morning, Doctor.
Good morning.
Where are you right now?
I'm in the Pacific Northwest.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
What state would that be? Washington or Oregon?
Oregon.
Oregon, okay. Oregon. See, I always say it wrong. Oregon. I always say it should be Oregon, right?
Mm-hmm. Oregon.
Yeah.
How's the weather in Oregon?
Columbia Gorge.
Oh, okay. What is the weather like up there?
It's snowing.
See, I wish I was.
Nice.
Do you wish you were here? Because I wish I was there. Is the grass greener or the snow whiter?
Well, I don't know, but it's cold.
So tell me about yourself.
Yeah, I'd rather be where you are.
Tell me. It says you're an award-winning author. Are you a teacher also?
I have a doctorate in education, but I mainly do research.
Oh, I see. And
I do teach some online classes.
did research play a role in this book?
Oh yeah.
In what way?
This book is about the CIA and an organized crime family. So there was a lot of research involved, as well as I have some friends who are former CIA officers, and so they helped a lot.
Oh, really? I always wondered about organized crime families. How does a whole family decide to be involved in the business of crime?
Well, from what I understand, from what my organized crime family friends have told me, it's actually quite involved. One person may get into it and then build an organization, and then the members of their family just continue to, I don't know if I'd say commit the crimes, but
Right.
continue to foster the organization.
Now, part of the description of the story in Dead Men Don't sounds like it's what women experience in general. Is that men pretty much are not to be trusted?
Well, no, it's not that men are not to be trusted, but it's that women can be victims.
Oh, okay.
It's basically about choosing not to be a victim, learning to fight back, learning to defend yourself.
Okay.
You have a lot of twists and turns in your book. You're an excellent writer because you keep everything mysterious.
Thank you. I know when I first started writing, I have an author friend, and she told me that you cannot be nice to your characters. You have to really be unkind. So I'm always looking for what's the worst thing that could happen.
Oh, really? So what I was getting at, kind of just to kind of explain where I thought this part of the personality of the protagonist. Her name is Anderson Merritt, or no? What's her name?
Anderson Merritt.
Oh, that's correct.
She goes by Andy.
Oh, okay. That's why I was a little confused there. So she has had experiences, I guess, where men were trying to get to her father's money.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, and I guess that's
they were trying to use her to get to her father, either for his money and approval, or because they were trying to assassinate him. You know, she always seemed to be the pawn.
My goodness. Do you how many books have you written or published?
I have 5 published right now. I'm working on my 6th.
Oh, wow. And it says here in the notes here that you approach romantic stories differently than most romance novelists.
Well, romance is part of the story. When I published my first book, I sent it to an agent, and she sent it back to me, and she said she really liked it, but it didn't have any romance in it. It was strictly a thriller, and she said that I needed to revise it and add romance, or it would never sell.
Okay.
So once I did that, and the book sold, then I did a follow-up. This Dead Men Don't is actually the second book in that series. And so once you've added the romance, that's what readers expect, so you kind of have to continue with that.
Ah, okay.
Have you found that law enforcement in different parts of the world is different, because your notes say that you did your research in the Caribbean and Mexico?
Yeah, I worked for a educational resource firm. They did documentaries, and they devised education programs, did educational research in third world countries. And that's where I met a lot of my CIA friends, organized crime members that used to be in organized crime and were on the lam, that kind of thing. And so I did a lot of research, and I found that it's very different. Depending on which country you're in, law enforcement is very subjective.
Is that right? And you have a lot of friends who were in the organized crime families, or are still?
Well, they're not still, at least as far as they say, they're not still actively participating.
Wow.
But I guess once you're in, it's kind of hard to get out.
So what are those conversations like?
They told me some fascinating stories. The hero of Dead Men Don't, Levi, is based on a fellow who was a former British SAS, former CIA officer, and he is an expatriate who lives in the Caribbean.
How did you
I
get?
believe he still does some work for the CIA.
When you were doing all of your research and interviewed the good guys and the bad guys, how did you get them to trust you that you were doing your project, what you said you were doing?
Well, I promised never to reveal their names or their photos or things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I suppose they could have given me their false names, but I'm still in contact with them, and I always let them read the book before it comes out, so they know if there's anything in it that they don't want to be, as far as their identities are concerned.
Wow, how exciting!
Pepper O'Neill is our guest, Dr. Pepper O'Neill, but she doesn't use the title Doctor as an author. It's just Pepper O'Neill, and I went to your website, peppero'neill.com, and I'm happy to see that you used the photo I sent you of my torso for the cover. For the cover of Love Potion number 214. Yeah, that is exactly how I look when my shirt is off.
Let's see.
You see right there.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that's
there
me.
You
Thank you for
Believe
using.
it or not, that really tends to sell books.
Thank you for using my picture. So how do we get the book? Do we just go to your
you can
website?
buy them on Amazon.
Oh, Amazon,
you
of
can
course.
Buy them, from my publisher. You can buy them from Barnes & Nobles. They're pretty much for sale everywhere.
All right. You go to peppero'neill.com, spelled exactly like it sounds, and go to Amazon and get the book, Dead Men Don't, and check out some of her other books, including the one with the picture of my torso.
That's right.
Thank you, Doctor. That was fun. Fun conversation. We'll take
Yes, it was.
We'll take a little break. We'll be right back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Pat O'Neill. France stepping up defenses after last week's terror attacks, deploying 10,000 troops at sensitive sites around the nation. The search continues, meanwhile, for a woman linked to the attacks.
Hayat Boumedi is the partner of Ahmedi Koulibaly. He is believed responsible for the killing of a French policewoman and hostage-taking at that kosher supermarket. Various officials are now confirming that she could be inside Syria.
Fox's Greg Palcott in Paris. Success for divers regarding that downed AirAsia flight.
The flight data recorder was found on the seabed beneath part of the tail section of the plane. The data could explain why the Airbus was lost in bad weather over the Java Sea.
Fox's David Piper. Divers think they're also close to retrieving the cockpit voice recorder. A new study says obese children in preschool Head Start programs are more likely to slim down than other kids. The report online in the publication Pediatrics. Fox News. We report, you decide.
Good communication is key to business, especially when you need to work together with people that aren't in the same office. So what do millions of small business professionals do when it's time to connect with remote clients and colleagues? They use Citrix GoToMeeting, the proven solution for meeting and collaborating online. Now it's your turn to see why. Visit GoToMeeting.com and click the Try It Free for 30 days button. That's GoToMeeting.com for your free 30-day trial. GoToMeeting. Meeting is believing.
When your fingers grace your nimble wireless keyboard, do you feel a connection? Do you consider your 8 gig memory laptop your office BFF? If so, you might be gear-centric, someone who knows that the right office gear helps you do great things. And at Office Depot and Office Max, we have the quality tech gear you need. Right now, all PCs are on sale, like a 15-inch HP laptop for $249.99. Office Depot and Office Max. Gear up for great. Valid in-store only. Offer ends 1/17.
The Ocala Civic Theater presents Sleuth. The mystery is in the wits of the two young rivals that battle each other to commit the perfect crime. Predator becomes prey, and this diabolical thriller blends danger and dark humor. The tension builds with every riveting plot twist and illusions. Sleuth at the Ocala Civic Theater on stage January 8th to January 18th. Call the box office at 352-236-2274.
Hi, Matt Wilkerson here, your mobile Verizon rep. But not just here, I'll deliver the phone to you in your home. While I'm there, I'll only sell you what you need and I'll personalize it to you. Want to have me get you connected? Then call me at 352-528-0020. I even offer unlimited home phone service for just $20 per month. Just call me, your mobile Verizon rep, at 352-528-0020.
Real estate is the largest and most personal investment that any of us will ever make. Be sure to tune in Tuesdays at 10 a.m. when Bob Kennedy, owner of Berkshire Hathaway Home Team Realty, will be answering your questions and discussing real estate. So remember, that's Tuesdays at 10 a.m. Call 622-9622 with your questions. It pays to be an informed buyer or seller. This is news you can use from Berkshire Hathaway Home Team Realty and your friends here at WOCA.
This is a public notice. Local residents can now save thousands of dollars on their next car, truck, or SUV. It's not a tent sale, because no tent is big enough to hold this many cars. It's OcalaForSale.com. Say goodbye to sticker shock. OcalaForSale.com has thousands of vehicles with no stickers at all. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge. Undercutting rust roofing factory surcharge or delivery fee. See website for details.
Do you have areas that have started sagging or drooping? Is what you're looking at not quite the same as it was years ago? Are there enhancements you've been putting off? Is there serious damage you need fixed? Then call on us, Damage Control Services, when your roof is sagging and the drywall is drooping after a storm, or your home just needs some enhancements. From damage repairs to new construction, Damage Control Services is here to help.
One of the most common questions those nearing retirement are asking: will I outlive my money? Retirement questions like these and many more will be answered every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement with hosts Francois and Julian Pozenet. Francois and Julian will help you put